All right, y'all, we back with another video. So today we had Nanami drop. I did do summons for Nanami, so today I figured, we might as well show off the GOAT and see how he performs, because a lot of questions are going around within the community if he's even worth to get or not. Despite knowing that hidden inventory is around the corner, I'm going to be here to obviously give you as much information as possible about this character, so that way you can kind of get a consensus on whether you need to pull for this character or not. So let's get right into it. We're gonna start off and just talk about my skill levels and everything, and then talk about what Nanami does, so that way you can kind of already get an idea of where I'm at with him. So we do have him grade 9. Keep in mind, when I am doing this showcase for this character and all the other characters that are going to come along with it, he will be showcased at only grade 9, not grade 10. We practically have level 8 on all skills minus the O. We only invest to level 10 for like the most OP broken characters, just because it is a rare resource to get the chaotic crystals. So just keep that in mind when we are showcasing him. Now, Yellow Nanami, he does have 2 powerful skills that allow him to essentially ignore typing and always be type advantage in any scenario. He will either do advantage damage against all types and then recover special, or if he's already type advantage, he will deal even more damage. So this kind of puts him in a position where, compared to other DPS characters, he's probably going to have a little bit of an edge. Now, obviously, there is going to be some characters who just have way higher modifiers and it's just going to do a lot more damage in those scenarios. But I feel like Nanami isn't like a bad character overall when you consider that this is pretty unique, not counting other characters like Mahito and stuff. We have skill 1. So skill 1 is going to be a melee hybrid attack to the target, and it's going to deal 69% of physical technique and 69% curse technique. You don't really need this, to be honest, because of how his passive works. You're definitely going to have a lot of curse energy to constantly be able to use his other skills that actually cost curse energy rather than using skill 1. Next up, we have skill 2. Skill 2 is successive attacks, and this is going to deal melee hybrid damage to the target equal to 160%, 62% of physical and 162% of curse technique, 2 hits in total. So overall, it has a pretty good modifier. If you just factor it in, it's like 340%, right? If obviously, if you were to kind of just blend them together, it would be like 300 and something percent. Keep in mind, this is only level 8, so it does get a little bit higher than this. So it's pretty decent damage for what it's worth, especially only being a 15 cursed energy skill. Next up, we have the skill 3. This is going to be the skill that you're going to be using very often, just because this character, like I said, he's going to have a lot of cursed energy and is going to be able to manage it very well, especially depending on how you build your team. So this is going to be dealing melee hybrid damage to the target enemy equal to 194% physical and 194% curse technique according to their weakness. So it doesn't matter if he's type disadvantage, it's just going to do pretty good damage. Applies 13.9% crit resist decrease to them, which isn't bad because now you'll be able to crit more. And keep in mind, Nanami is a Black Flash character, so you definitely want to crit too. And then he also gives them a 20% damage taken increase to them for 2 turns, and you're going to be using this very often. So in the times where you aren't using your ult just yet and you're just spamming your skill 3, you're going to do a lot of damage to your skill 3 just because you're going to give them crit resist decrease, and you're going to be spamming this while increasing the amount of damage they take. So your skill 3 definitely is going to feel very impactful. Then next up, we have his ult. So his ult is pretty good. His ult deals melee attack hybrid damage to the target enemy equal to 207% physical and 207% curse. Now you're gonna be like, oh, that's pretty low. But then when you realize it deals enhanced damage to them, right, of curse technique and physical technique according to their weakness. So if they're weak, obviously to yellow, which they should be, he's going to further increase his damage output. So he's not going to be weak on damage. His damage is going to be relatively really good. And then on top of that, Black Flash is guaranteed to be launched on the 4th hit. So he's going to have a guaranteed hit on the final hit, which is his most impactful hit of all the hits that happen. Like literally the most impactful hit. The other ones are a little like less minor ones, but like the 4th one, you definitely want to make sure you're Black Flashing on. So it's good that he is guaranteed on that. Then we have his passive. So his passive is pretty good. It is literally just a better version of all the Nanamis that are out. When battle starts, he recovers so he's already on overtime the moment you start out with him. When battle starts, recovers 30 curse energy to himself, applies a 5 curse energy recovery every turn to self, recovers 220 ultimate gauge for self. So he's going to already start with ult gauge already almost like, getting filled up. Applies 30% curse technique increase to self. Then when dealing damage to enemies according to their weakness, once per turn, recovers 110 ultimate gauge for self. You don't understand how powerful this is when you factor in that your skill itself is also going to be giving you 200 special gauge. Ultimate gauge, right? So you're going to get 310 ultimate gauge every time you're attacking with his skill 3, which you're going to be able to manage because he's going to get 5 cursed energy every turn for himself, and then on top of that you're going to get, you know, your natural cursed energy from just doing your turn. So it's like you're going to be able to use your skill 3 very often, apply those debuffs to the enemies, do a lot of damage, recover a lot of cursed energy, get a lot of ult gauge. His ult gauge is 1558, so you would think in retrospective that is quite a bit, right? But with how his passives work, he's going to be getting that ult very rapidly, and especially if you have a good team setup. Oh yeah, one more thing before I actually go into it, I did forgot to mention that he is a black flash character, and he does have a high black flash rate and guarantee black flashes in his kit, which do ensure that his damage ceiling is going to be kind of higher than other characters who have kind of like the same multiplier, right? Just wanted to put that out there so we don't forget, because him black flashing does contribute a bigger portion to his overall damage output. Now let's go to the teams, and then after the teams we'll kind of showcase his actual gameplay, the standard formula, a regular run, and then of course the nuke run. All right, so here we have our regular team. So we're gonna have Yaga as our buffer, Hanami for survivability, and Yuki for, of course, to recharge our cursed energy, so that way our Nanami can consistently spam. Not that the yellow Nanami has that much cursed energy issues, but it definitely does help, and it does help Yaga and Hanami, of course, keep maintaining their flow. And then Nanami, we're going to use adult time because he is a mixed attacker. I feel like adult time is probably his best case scenario here, where adult time is going to be giving him an overall damage increase. And then of course you have the passive, which of course increases the crit hit rate of all your allies. Now without further ado, let's actually go to test. So I think for testing the regular team, we're probably going to be doing Todo EX2, but we'll see. And then for the nuke team, we'll just do anything that, you know, is weak to yellow. All right, so we're here on the Todo Ex2 fight. We are going to be using the standard combos for Yaga. If you play the game for as long as you should have, right, you already know you're just spamming skill 2 on Yaga. He's literally just one trick pony, just doesn't do anything else, literally just skill 2. Same with Hanami, you're literally just going to spam skill 3. There's occasionally you might use the ult when you may need it, but most of the time it's skill 3. We're going to use the memory straight away because the memory is going to provide us some curse energy. We want to lower as much damage as possible from this Todo. Then we're going to be using the skill 3 of Yuki to provide curse energy regen. One thing I do like to know, as you can see here, Nanami basically has 70 curse energy, and that's without dupes. With dupes, I would have like way more curse energy, almost fully topped off. So yeah, that's pretty insane how much curse energy he gets. And it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be easy to maintain his skill 3 throughout the entire fight, just because you are going to have the curse energy regen from your passive and your obviously your turn that passes, and then of course from Yuki, so you're just gonna practically infinitely be spamming skill 3. And like whenever we get our ult with Nanami, we're just going to use it because he should get it rapidly anyways because of his passive. All right, so here's the plan. I think here we get rid of Momo as quickly as possible. Mai's probably going to stun us, and then Miwa, she's going to activate counter. In the time that she has counter up, we are just going to be attacking Mai. I think that's the best way to handle this. To be honest, I could probably use his ult like straight away because we don't need the curse energy regen just yet. We can use it next turn and we'll be fine. We'll do this. Oops, almost made a mistake there. We want to hit Momo. Get Momo out of here immediately. Ooh, get in the hands, boy. Ooh, look at them stylish moves. That guaranteed black flash on the last hit. She didn't know what she was getting into, dog. All right, so now we start targeting Mai. Because Miwa has counter, so yeah, Mai's out of the way. Now she doesn't have counter anymore. What we could do here is we could buff with the memory, use this, and then use the skill 3. And yeah, she's out of here too. And as you can see, he's constantly black flashing. So if you're running like a team where you want to get black flashes, he's definitely going to fit there very nicely. Okay, so here we're going to have a little bit of an interesting fight where we're going to have two annoying people. I think, honestly, I had less of a problem with Kamo attacking me. So we're going to try to get rid of Mekamaru. So the first thing we're going to do here is, I believe we're just going to ult. No, we're going to use skill 3, then we'll ult. That way the skill 3 gives us a little bit more damage reduction straight away. Or, you know, less damage taken. We'll use the skill 3 on Yuki. And then I'll probably use the skill 3 of Nanami on Kamo. And then next turn I will ult Mekamaru. We buff again. We use the memory straight away. We use the ult. Maybe this will break Kamo. Maybe. Actually, I'm not going to do that because if I ult with her, she's just going to ruin up my flow, bruh. We want combo with Nanami. Easy. That's how we're going to do it. Now keep in mind, these numbers are purely with just buffing characters, nothing to actually increase our damage through debuffs. But it's okay because the main goal of this fight is actually to just complete it, not to actually, you know, showcase the amount of damage. Obviously, you care about the damage, but you want to show that you can complete things with him. You can get things done. He's not bad. He's good. You always have curse energy. It's very nice. Now let's move into the nuke showcase so we can showcase how much damage he can do. Okay, so we're back into the stage, but this time we are with the nuke comp. I was trying to look for other areas that I could actually use this team, but it's very difficult to find a tower floor that's actually going to be functional with doing the nuke, you know, the nuke team. So we're just going to do the Todo EX2. We're going to try to get to the end and then, of course, do as much damage as possible to one of the targets that are there. Our boss already broken. Just keep buffing. No reason to stop buffing. Could have used the normal attack, but I said fuck it. It doesn't matter. Like, look at my curse energy. Yeah, it does not matter. Curse energy already at 51. I probably don't even need to use ult here, huh? I'll probably just kill like this. Yeah, 400k. How dare you stun my boy? But you did nothing, bro. Goodbye, my friend. You're in the way. Ah, dang, that's a lot of damage, bro. Holy, for once, I'm actually out of cursed energy. Well, then again, I mean, it's whatever, bro. Very rare instance where I'm actually out of cursed energy. Very rare. Yeah, I mean, still killed with skill 2, so it's whatever. Now, I could kill here, but I want to see if I'm able to at least break this character in one hit without killing them. Okay, maybe that might not be possible. Holy shit, I did not expect to do that much damage. Okay. Okay. Well then, I don't even think I'm going to be able to break here, huh? We could try it. We could try it. We could try it. The best thing to do is do this, and then maybe use skill 2. Skill 2 under 168%. It's not really that much less. Like, I feel like it would have been better to use skill 3 here, though, because then I'd get that damage taken increase on the enemy, too. Yeah, GG. We just do too much damage, bro. So, even though this isn't going to be the most optimal nuke, I didn't expect Nanami to just do that much damage every time I do skill 3. It's like basically half a mil every time. So, I'm just going to literally have to just ult him here without the debuffs on the enemy. Very unfortunate, because I definitely would have liked to get the debuffs on the enemy, but I just do too much damage, literally. So let's see. Oh, I forgot to use Wasp too. That is completely fine though. Let me see what kind of numbers I get. Yeah, that did definitely look like, I don't know, roughly about 1.5 mil-ish. Definitely wasn't bad damage. It was a pretty good damage considering that you're also be spamming your skill 3 all the time. Didn't have the damage taken increase on the enemy. 2 stacks of it because well, 1 stack, because obviously once you go into your ult I'd lose 1, but like I wasn't able to stack it on the enemy just because, like, bro, I was hoping that it wouldn't kill Mekamaru with that initial hit, so he would at least be broken and I could at least do the damage while he's in the break status. But considering he does way too much damage, I don't think that's going to be possible to actually showcase it. So maybe I'll do the new event. Maybe we could do it there. But other than that, I think his damage was pretty good overall. Like, you might be like, oh, 1.5 mil, that's nothing. But yeah, you need to keep in consideration, if you're just spamming your skill 3 the entire time, you're going to do a lot of damage. Like, you're doing damage every turn, 500k, 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 and you don't even need to worry about curse energy because his curse energy is literally filled to the top. All right, so we're on the Ghost. Surely he has enough HP, right, to actually be able to tank all this, and I will be able to break him, right? The total EX2 was a little bit more difficult because they only had like 400k HP, and Nanami was essentially just one-shotting them all with his skill 3. So let's do this and try to get those stacks going already. We should get everything at the right time when we want it, like the breaks and everything. And we will have the damage increase taken because we're going to be spamming skill 3 the entire time. Okay, so we're on our 3rd round of buffs. Alright, so boss is broken. We're gonna have the Wasp memory as well as Momo, so we should get her 2 stacks of that because there's already 1 on Nanami, which means we're gonna get another one right now. We're gonna be using, of course, the perfect sync as well as the ult. Now the ult is gonna boost the curse damage, but keep in mind he also scales off of physical damage too, so we're not gonna get like the craziest boost, but it's definitely going to be contributing, right? Then of course adult time and the ult. Bit nice, and we're gonna see how much damage we're gonna do to this boss in the break status. So he had like 1.6 mil on the final hit, and then I think he got roughly about almost another mil from the actual hit of the first 3 initial hits. So 2.5 mil roughly, right? Definitely some good damage. 2.5 mil is no slouch, right? You could do a lot of good damage considering this character can charge their ult very quickly if you're fighting, you know, type advantaged. Teen Gojo's right around the corner, and trust me, Teen Gojo's going to be hitting like AoEs, like on global AoEs for like 4 million, right? On top of that, he has like insane buffs. It'll probably be even more than 4 million. It'll probably be like 7 million, to be honest. Undermining him a little bit too much. Don't pull for him right now, bro. It's not worth it. Hidden inventory end of month, bro. Just spare yourself, literally. Anyways, without further ado, that's going to be the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.